Hi, this is Cindy
And Michael.
from Part-Time Permies, and our internet is all over the place tonight, so we're going to hope we get through this. I do apologize if we have buffering going on. We have a lot that we've done in the last couple weeks, and it looks like I'm getting buffering on our end. Well, no sound, buffering. Our sound works here. Oh, the sound on the slideshow wasn't on. I realized after the fact. Sorry about that. Linda made pasta from West Michigan. Pasta and provisions tonight for dinner. Oh, yum.
So did we.
Almost out. Yeah, we did have dinner. Pasta dinner tonight. So if you can let me know now that I think there's a little delay on things, if you could let me know if there is sound now, that would be great. But we have a number of people in the room. We have Tina and Carrie from Built on the Rock Homestead. Linda is here. Diana Justice Acres is here. Number of people. Yay. And they can hear us.
Good.
Awesome. Okay. So, yeah, so we weren't here last week. I apologize. I forgot to post a notice in the group until last minute, and Tina reminded me we were at dinner last week, which we'll get to. That was a big dinner.
Yep.
We've have some updates on the Silkies and things. Mike's mom is not in the chat room because she's in the next room tonight. So, yeah, you can hear us just a little pixelated. Yeah, okay. So we'll see. It's probably going to, yeah, ours is crazy pixelated on our end here. This is nuts. Yikes. I don't know. It's maybe audio. I have a bunch of pictures from the dinner last week too, so I don't know if this is going to work very well, but we'll try. Right now we're crazy low on our internet speed. We were bouncing around between like anywhere from 70 kilobytes per second up to 2,000. 2,000 works fine. Under 1,000 doesn't work very well. But okay, so we're gonna try some pictures. But oh, Tina says, "Hey, mom."
Oh, hello.
She says hello. Okay. Um, and hello, Holly. Yes. We'll just get going and we'll see what pictures come through. So our biggest news this week is other than dinner last week, we have been having silky issues. So Gus is definitely.
That was last week.
That was last week, but
Not
we weren't
this
live last week. That
No,
was last week. So
wasn't
we
it?
got 2 weeks of stuff here.
Wasn't this week.
No, it wasn't. Well, over the past few weeks, we haven't been getting any eggs from the Silkies this winter. We lost one Silkie a couple weeks ago, and then we lost another Silkie last week in the middle of the night. And so we were trying to figure out what was going on. And so we started to search around in the coop because there's no way for anything to get in and out of that coop at night, right? That's there's no openings or anything. So started digging out under the coop, looking around everywhere, trying to figure out what was potentially moved into the coop. And don't know if you can see these pictures very well, but this is the little giant rodent that moved in. Not a very nice thing to have living in with your Silkies or any chickens, but it is, if you can't see it, it's a possum that we had living under the coop, which pretty much was snacking on our Silkies. Completely moved in. Not very fun, and
Wasn't even really leaving bones and feathers behind.
no, it was eating just about everything. Some feathers left, and I don't know if you can see hardly any of that, but I keep checking our video on our live feed, and I do apologize. It's horrible, but it seems to be bouncing in and out a little bit. So yeah, we had possum eating our Silkies, which was just not good. And and it wasn't, we couldn't get it out of the penned in area So unfortunately, it did not make it. We had to take care of it. It had just eaten a Silkie the night before, so it was slow moving.
Very sleepy, slow moving.
Sleepy, slow moving, but we still couldn't get it out of the area.
Chased it around with poles, chased it around with the blower,
Yeah.
blowing chips and dust and nastiness all over, and figured that would run it out. And
Didn't
couldn't
want
get
to
it
go
out, so
Yeah.
we took care of it.
Yes. So we only have 2 Silkies now, and one of them's a younger one of them's the old rooster. And the other problem with that is, I think the younger one, I was looking closer at it. I haven't been out all winter. It looks like it's getting a little knot on its forehead. I think it's also a rooster. So we have no Silkie hens, which we use to raise all our chickens. So we don't have any artificial setup here. But you had some news from the feed store.
Oh yeah, he's ordered a bunch of Silkies he has extra ones for another project.
Yeah.
And when I saw him a couple weeks ago, so yeah, we're gonna be able to. They're getting a straight run of unsexed Silkies.
Yep.
Near the end of the month.
So we will be getting new Silkie chicks. We'll have to set up a brooder area, but I don't think that'll be too hard to do. And we have a Helix photobomb if you see a tail. So yeah, are the Silkies about the size of Polish or even smaller? They're pretty darn small. I guess some are slightly bigger than others, but they're a bantam breed of
Usually
chickens.
when the feed store, he gets in bantam mixes, and they usually put in a few Silkies, so they can be bigger than some bantams and about the same size as others.
Yeah. So our Silkies have been kind of medium-sized Silkies. Tina says send us eggs. That would be nice, except for the fact that we don't have an incubator. So unless we have a broody chicken, which the Silkies were the most regular of the broody girls, we don't have a way to raise, to hatch eggs. We're going to set up a brooder for the chicks. Which would be nice because we want to do meat chicks anyway. So if we could figure out a brooder system for the Silkies, then we'll have it set up to be able to do meat chicks later. But because this last year when we did meat chickens, we had them already feathered out from a friend of ours. And we'd like to be able to do more of those. So, but thank you, Tina. That would be awesome, except for the fact we don't have a way to hatch them out right now unless we have a broody Silkie. So we need a female Silkie to do that. Maybe moving the chicken coop closer to the monitor.
Yeah, we
So you
haven't
monitor
had. We have an electric fence on them, so we have had very limited problems. We had a possum get in and kill 2
last year.
about a year ago, but it was just in the courtyard, and we haven't had problems beyond that.
Yeah.
So we're actually pretty good.
So
in general with the electric fence.
Yeah, and really, we're better in the summer than the winter because we don't have electric running all the way. Reconnection. Okay. Do we have any connection on our reconnection? Let's see. Yes, we have a very slow connection again. There we go. Okay. We should have connection again. Let's try refreshing. It's bouncing around. It says 0 again. Darn it. Are we gonna get connection? Try to figure out if it's OBS or internet. Okay, OBS is kind of bouncing around a bit here. We'll see if refreshing works, and if not, might restart OBS, our software program. But I have a feeling this is our internet tonight is nuts. Part of it is we're running programs on the other computer. Which
yeah, I had to get a new computer. One of my keyboard broke on my work computer, so it is all day. It has been transferring from Microsoft Cloud.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of control over it. It's hard to shut that down. It just kind of does what it does. So it may be still uploading files between my computers.
Okay, so our internet is bouncing in and out. Like mad. We're like really slow connection
You can
here.
move to your phone if you want.
We could switch to the phone, then we have 0 pictures to show, but I guess we could do that.
Can't do OBS from a phone.
No, it's not on the phone. We'd have to go straight through. So let's see here. We could start a new live feed on our cell phone and not have any pictures, or we can try to keep this going. That is the question. And I don't know if you guys can hear me at all or not. So let's see. I don't know if we could even continue the same feed on picking it up on the phone or not. You can hear, but the video is horrible. Yeah, the video, I know, because our internet is absolutely ridiculous tonight. Okay. Well, the video is horrible anyway. Either we get radio style or we get video with no pictures. Any vote on either way here? Should we start over and do it on our cell phone and get video with no pictures, or should we just continue on this with more audio than video capabilities? Any thoughts from the chat room? Give it a second to go through. What do you guys think? This is really bouncing around quite a bit. Billy, sound is great videos. Yes. Should we start a new one on the phone? Your call, you guys. It looks like we've dropped off viewers because this is so bad. Why don't we start this on the cell phone? So we'll cut out and then we'll start a new feed on the cell phone. I apologize for the internet horrible connection here, but give us a couple minutes and we'll restart and be back. Yep. Okay, we'll be back.